Future-ready education for the smart generation. Jnana, redefining learning. Stalwarts in the field of education have put their thoughts together to frame our educational policies and curriculum. Educationists have pooled their experience and resources to design an educational package to nurture good citizens as well as professional skills and expertise for the youth today. The attempts of these stalwarts have been on par with international standards and no doubt very idealistic, practical, and have a hands-on approach. Time and again, reviews along with upgradation and modification of textbooks also have been done periodically based on the need of the hour. In spite of all these efforts, there is still unanimous feeling that there is some missing link, where there is still an inability to connect to the students. Only when the curriculum can connect to the student can the realization of the goals of our education curriculum be realized. This has been designed for excellence. Though the educational design has been perfect, the resulting impact and the change in the student population has not been realized. Students are not able to realize the necessity nor the greatness of our curriculum. They are unable to realize the objectives of the designers, thereby having discontentment towards education increasingly day by day. Hence, there is an increase in the sense of frustration and stress among students, teachers, and parents alike. What is happening? Why is this so? Is it a flaw in the designers, the curriculum framers, educationists, or government policies? Is it the teacher who is unable to deliver the goods? Or is it the unmotivated student who is the receiver of this input? We need to look at this in detail. The present generation have super smart brains and are exposed to stimulating environment from childhood. The present generation also have diverse needs which are not being met by the education designed based on the concept of our ancestors. Hence, no amount of modification of curriculum design will be satisfactory unless we keep in mind the needs of the youth in this changing trend, because they are the consumers of our educational packages. Day by day, the children are getting sharper and more intellectually challenging, but our teaching content and techniques are still outdated. This is one side of the problem. Let us look at another angle to life. Attention has to be drawn to the general problems that are being faced in the society today, which is affecting all the children, youth, adults, middle age and old age alike. When we look at the society that we live in, we see many problems as an after effect, byproduct, or an interaction of the above category of people. The youth today have taken a new dimension of passion and focus. What are they? To focus on a few important evil effects that we are encountering in today's world. Suicide. There is a rampant increase in the inability of a student to adjust to situations, face challenges, solve problems, look for alternatives, and develop independent thinking. Since they accept failure easily, they see no other option open to solve their unfulfilled needs and requirements, and hence feel that escape from life is the only way out. Psychotic disorders. When life is not experienced the way their imagination would like to have, then they are unable to accept reality as it is. Inability to face the harsh reality makes them sever from this world and hence escape into a beautiful world of imagination, the way they perceive it to be. Drugs. Escape from the harsh reality is also aided by stimulants and artificial temporary agents. This escape is not long-lasting, but is addictive and causes harm in more ways than one. Alcohol. This is a comparatively more moderate escape from reality, which is temporary but more socially acceptable diversion from stress. Starting off as a social phenomenon, it becomes more a walking stick in life. Love. Many a student crave for what they lack in reality, and that is the emotional support and dependency required to face reality. In the search for a permanent love which will guide them to the path of success, they often fall prey to physical infatuation and land up in a deeper situation than they are in. Expectations from parents and education make them crave for recognition and appreciation from the opposite sex than from the challenges of reality. Sex. The adolescent phase of life with turmoil of emotions and hormones make the students want to take charge of their life by showing their aggression with a sense of dominance in the area of sexual prowess. Rape. When students are unable to express their inner frustration and are unable to vent out their feelings in healthy channels, then starts the onset of a perverted, sadistic sense of authority over any victim. Sexual abuse and rape are alarmingly on the rise and have to be identified in students before it is curbed. Gambling, betting. Teenagers and students want a challenge and a sense of elation. In this need for a surge of excitement, even at the cost of a huge element of risk, they try to attempt at going from where they are to where they want to be through gambling. Crime. Peer pressure and a need to achieve the impossible arises in the mind of the student, and there is an increase in antisocial activities against society. They approach criminal activities with a superior attitude and assumption that they will never be caught for their deviant behavior. Cell phone. Today, the increase in the use of technology has made most of the students reveal an inner dormant side of their personality. The cell phone has made the youth today express their true inner feelings behind the mask of the personality they reveal to their parents and elders. This is an opportunity to reveal their true inner selves to others, which they cannot otherwise exhibit face to face. TV addiction. The television is a comparatively more acceptable escape from reality. This temporary escape into another visually challenging, stimulating world of make-believe is safer as it is between the four walls of the home and in the center of the house and can be observed by the rest of the family. Unemployment. Today's new twist of events is the unemployed youth who are qualified yet unemployed because education has failed to reach its objective. Highly educated students have lack of knowledge, lack of skill, lack of independent thinking, lack of appreciation of knowledge, marks-oriented education, and lack of self-motivation. Hence, This can be a negative trend seen as a byproduct of the present education scenario which has failed to achieve its objective. Students today are easily susceptible to the above deviations because they are unable to understand the purpose of their living. They do not know the meaning of their existence and have no clue as to how to express their needs, how to have fun, how to say no to peer pressure. The above problems mostly emanates because the challenges children have with themselves, their inner turmoil, or with others, interpersonal relationships, be it family, friends, elders, teachers, etc. So the problem emanates from challenges within themselves or without from others. To solve the above situation, we need to see where the problem has emanated. What is the present generation feeling about education? Why are they not excelling and displaying their potentialities in spite of being intellectually sharper? Research shows the below criteria predominantly. 1. Expectations from others clashing with inner expectations they have for themselves. Lack of recognition and appreciation no matter how hard they try to satisfy expectations of family and teachers. Boredom in tasks that have been forced on him rather than doing what he or she enjoys doing. Distractions by this technology-driven society which has many pleasurable avenues for youth today. Unhappiness about the way of life has been designed and formulated for them. Dissatisfaction with anything and everything around them. Low self-esteem because of lack of consistent appreciation, encouragement and support. Unutilized intelligence because that inner potential has been undiagnosed by society at large. Achievement-oriented society which is triggered by accomplishment, by force rather than by passion. Force in all tasks make youth with no freedom to think, talk, express, behave or experience. Apathy because of no interest in life and anything that is happening within them. Lethargy due to lack of intrinsic and extrinsic motivation. Overprotective parents who want the best for their children at any cost. Learned helplessness by the youth as it is the safest way to escape from unrealistic expectations and pressures. Mental laziness in tasks created by others. Temptations which are all around the youth, making them unable to focus even if they so desire to. Deviations because of too many restrictions, making the youth feel overburdened by pressures. Forced dependency on family and adults due to lack of financial independence. Lack of cultural pride due to a gap in the modern parenting. Lack of patriotism and a feeling of citizenship because of self-centeredness. A sense of insecurity and low confidence. Comparison with others who are differently endowed, emotional turmoil on the rise, and deterioration in the value systems. In this whole process, the youth are not happy and have no sense of purpose for living. They are forced to study by parents and are always compared with others in society. So what is the answer to these challenges that are being faced by the children today? The child. The children themselves need to find answers to the following two basic questions. What can I do and how can I excel? What can't I do and how can I improve? For this answer, the first step of self-development process is the need for a detailed analysis of an individual's brain processing pattern, their innate tendencies, their intelligence, etc. With the knowledge of strength and weakness, I consciousness can be developed. 2. The education system. Education then needs to focus on how to study, the learning styles, why to study, the use and application of education, what to study, the content relevant to this requirement, where to go, the future destination and the path should be clear. Third, the curriculum designers. What should the designers keep in mind when designing our academic program? The child must be exposed to the taste of success. They must be aware of their potential as well as experience a sense of freedom along with a sense of focus towards a destination that is achievable. The teachers. The teachers should focus on the child's self-excellence, doing their best, knowledge to know more, understand with clarity, skill development for task mastery, and application to increase productivity. The education system. Here, education should be challenging, useful, activity-based, multi-sensory approach, team-oriented, emotional connect, collaborative. Keeping this in mind, we need to recognize that our curriculum format should meet the changing trends of the mental faculty of the youth today.